Hello everybody, welcome to the Grim Report. Today is a special Grim Report. This one comes from, Oregon. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, the time you've been waiting for. This is Ape Canyon. And the many missing people, as well as deaths. But it started back in 1924. Nothing but ruins and forestry trip like being attacked by a band of maniac ape black men. But that's just what Fred Beck and 4 of his fellow gold miners claimed happened to them on a prospecting job in Mount St. Helens in July of 1924. According to him, the men had just settled down to sleep for the night when they were awakened by attack. Imagine this, guys. You're in a cabin. It's built out of logs. Just pretty crappy, shaggy cabin. And someone starts throwing something at your cabin. You don't know where it's coming from or what's going on. You imagine something shaking like bam, bam, bam. Something just hitting your cabin. The place you're sleeping at. Can't imagine that. Now, they would later call these things mountain devils. Weird name, right? Pounding on the roof and rocks are trying to tear down the humble yet sturdy abode. Basically, pretty good sturdy. It's pretty good. Shocked they grabbed their rifles. You're gonna be like, the heck's going on? This thing's shaking. I mean, kind of like not close to an earthquake, but kind of like an aftershock type ordeal. Imagine that. Now, your first response is to get out there and look around. Well, their first response would be anything for a coal miner or anyone trying to stake a claim back in those days. They'd have rifles. So they get out the rifles and they start shooting at the people that are throwing things at them. Well, the things. The fighting continued all night long. From all night. From midnight to on. But none of the men were seriously hurt by morning, and an eerie quiet had entered the cabin as the men cautiously exited the cabin. They saw 8 men in the distance. They shot at the beast several times. Bam! These guys probably got Winchesters or something. Bam, then bam, bam, like something like that. Okay? And they finally fell off over the cliff into the canyon. It was the only one of their attackers they would see. They didn't see any others, but there were more. They packed their stuff in a huge hurry, leaving some things behind. They're gonna leave some things behind. You're not gonna pack everything. You're gonna leave forks, plates, spoons, whatever. You don't leave that stuff behind. They headed home. They promised each other they wouldn't talk about this anymore. An incident to anyone, but so I guess one of them did decide to tell one of the family, and you tell your family what happens. It just spreads, and then the news media got a hold of it, and they dubbed the beast the 8 men of Mount St. Helens. Well, I'm not gonna call them that. I'm going to what they call them, devil men, devil apes, or whatever, ape devils. There you go. And in 1950, this goes on, guys. This is another case. Something similar happened to this man. Same place. Mount St. Helens. Okay? But aka well known now as Ape Canyon. Then in 1950, Ape Canyon, the legendary home of the mountain devil of Mount St. Helens, apparently swallowed an experienced mountaineer and expert skier in the month of May. No trace of this guy. His name is Jim Carter, guys. No trace of him was found. He was 32 years old. He disappeared from a 20-member climbing party, like just vanished. From Seattle. They were from Seattle. They found although the teams of Northwest most proclaimed mountain rescue unit climbed the area for weeks. Carter's complete disappearance is unsolved mystery to this day. Declared Bob Lee, will no Portland mountaineer who is a member of the executive Worldwide Alpine Club at leader of the 1961 Himalayan expedition, an advisor to the 1963 American expedition. He said he had never seen one of these mountain devils, but there certainly was evidence that there was something strange in the high slopes of the mountains. He was convinced of this during the search. Carter, imagine this. You're walking along, you're looking for this guy. Okay, and you just feel something staring you down, but you don't know where it's coming from. You don't hear nothing, but you have this feeling that something's watching you. Dr. Otto Trott Lee Stark, and he said he finally came to the conclusion that the mountain devils got him. Said Lee, seriously, a member of the Seattle Mountain Search and Rescue Unit at the time described the hunt for Carter in Ape Canyon the most eerie experience he ever had. I'd be kind of freaked out too. He said that every time he got cut off from the rest of the searchers during the long hunt, he got the feeling somebody was watching. Like I said, guys, imagine you having to look over your shoulder, you getting the chills. You got a jacket on, but you getting the chills. You're like, what's that? And it goes on to say, he could feel the hair on the back of his neck stand up. Imagine, like you had that goosebump feeling, kind of like that, but a lot more eerie. He said he was unarmed, but it's stupid because if he would have read the 1924 report, he wouldn't have went up there unarmed, except for his ice axe, and he said, believe me, I never let go of that. At this point in Lee's story, he could feel his own hair standing up. The guy who was reading the story, writing it down. Ready to shoulder packs for safari for Ape Canyon to try to determine whether there is any truth to the ape stories. He began to feel a little dubious about the whole expedition. The rest of the Lee's tale about the Seattle man's disappearance didn't do much to reassure him. It seems that the missing man Carter had climbed Mount St. Helens with a group from Seattle on a warm, clear, sunny day. The way down from the mountain, he left the climbers near a landmark called Dog's Head at 8,000-foot level. Carter told them he would ski around to the left to take pictures of the group as they skied down the timber line. It was the last time anyone saw Carter. The next morning, search found discarded film box, they probably trashed, at the point where he had taken the picture. From here, Carter evidence took off down the mountain, down the trail, death-defying dash, I guess you would say, like he was probably running for something or skiing for something. It said a skier's coward would take lessons something was terribly wrong, or he was being pushed. Lee says, who was one of the first searchers to reach Carter's ski tracks. He jumped over 2 or 3 large canvases, Lee did. Evidently, he was going like the devil. When Carter tracks reached the sides of the Ape Canyon, the searchers were amazed to see that Carter had been such a hurry that he went right down the steep canyon walls, but they did not find him at the bottom of the canyon they expected. They said they combed the canyon one end to the other for 5 days. Sometimes there were as many as 75 persons in each party, but no sign of Carter's or his equipment was found. Lee says, among many of the groups searching the canyon, search for Mr. Carter was some Boy Scouts, who during the search rescued mission, they became hysterical because they claimed the mountain devils had attacked them. After 2 weeks, the search was called off for Carter. In conclusion, there had been about 25 different reports of some sort of ape-like men attacks in the over 20-year span since. There's another one, guys. In September 2001, a man and his friend returned to Ape Canyon and was surprised to see how little things have changed, even after the volcano eruption. 2002, there was said to be a movie made about this Ape Canyon. It was horrible, guys. It wasn't very good. In June or July, not really sure, a man in his early 20s went missing on Lake St. Helens near Lava Canyon. His disappearance has been listed by several people as strange and unusual. No trace of him have been found. None. Now, I found one of these on BigfootEvidence.blogspot. The first one. And KATU.com news on the man who was missing, the 20-year-old man, and the other stuff was found on BigfootEncounters.com articles. And this was all because of Ken. I don't remember your last name, buddy. I don't want to butcher it, but you know who you are. But most of this research, a lot of this research was done by me and LaKayla. She's found some, I think, well, she also edited it for me as well. I'll give her mad props on that. She deserves it. I told you guys yesterday, if I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. And I give people my word, I'm going to do it, like I said yesterday. But this was a joint effort. I know she doesn't want to take the credit for it, but she's done a lot of the research. And by the way, guys, there was another one report by Mount St. Helens after the eruption of, I'm going to mention this, of a fireman bringing out a 7'5" tall ape-like man. He said he had second and third degree burns throughout most of his body. So, yeah. But they never said anything other than that. Now, as for the 20-year-old man, they have yet to put anything else out about if they found his body. But like I said, he's missing near some caves. But other than that, like I said, I will be doing more, talking about this more with Vault tomorrow night. I'm not sure what time. Preferably whenever he fills up for it. I'll be doing it then tomorrow night, Wednesday night. And we'll be going more in depth in this. Digging deeper. He knows about things that I don't. He knows more about it. I just got these few measly reports. But we're going to talk about this and more Wednesday night. Like I said, this is Grim. And this has been the Grim Report. Like I said again, and recap. Past 25 years, what that doctor said, over a 20-year span, there's been about 25 people that have been gone missing. That was back in the 1960s. Before that, we know about 1924, about those miners being attacked by people they called the devil men, mountain devils, basically. And then there's that guy Then a fireman tending to the wounds of a ape-like man with second and third degree burns on his body after the eruption. So, I want to know what you guys think. What do you think down below? Is that Bigfoot? I believe it could be. I have no doubt with what they described in that first account. I have no doubt that has to be Bigfoot. No doubt. And as for what I've been messing with down here, my knee's swollen. I went to the doctor today. I told you about that yesterday. She said it's just I just injured some tissue in my knee. And it'd be a couple months before it heals up. So she said ibuprofen is okay. Gets the swelling down, and then there's icing it. So, and not getting on it, walking on it too much. The more I walk on it, the more it's going to swell. That's what she said. So I'm going to try to keep the movement down as much as possible. So I thought it was going to be something major, but it wasn't. Just some tissue that needs to heal up. There's no pain. The ice isn't to numb it. The ice is to help take down the swelling. So, But like I said, subscribe to Chaos Theory Productions, please. If you like my stuff, you're going to definitely like this. Also, Lakeia the Librarian, subscribe to her. If you like Chaoses, you like mine, you're good. Dark Waters, please, he's got t-shirts up. Subscribe to his channel. Buy a t-shirt. You like them, they're cool looking. I'm thinking about buying one next month. And let me see. Then, well, I'm definitely gonna buy one next month. Dark Waters, you believe me? You're gonna get one from me. Then there is my buddy Vault, the Vault of Nightmares. Subscribe to him. He's my mentor. I'm glad he's giving me a chance to do this with him. When he called me and asked me if I want to do this, I jumped at the chance. I was waving my hands like a freaking kid on sugar high. I jumped at the chance after I got off the phone with him. I was like, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. But that's not here and there. Like I said, this has been the Grim Report. Good luck. Good night. God bless.